Hello, good day to everyone, and I welcome you to the another episode on Moldflow's tips and workflow. This is in continuation to what's new in Moldflow 2025. This is episode number 3. In earlier episode, like to give a little glimpse of what we discuss. We started with the new capabilities like conformer cooling, channel optimization, injection compression, variable wall gate speed control that gets applicable now for the 3D mesh onto the beam hot runners. Also, we discuss upon the material database, use of the recycled materials, and so on and so forth. We also extended the, how we can collaborate with the third party with the help of the scalar format, that's the work in progress, and the extent of like histogram for the warpage results with an anchor. In this episode, probably I'd like to discuss upon the solver speed improvement. Like every release, we continue to enhance our solver speed, but this release has some important changes, so be watchful into the next coming slide. We also changed the automatic packing profile settings. Now it is default, and some improvement onto the 3D flow front temperature results. So with that, probably let's begin with an Moldflow Insight 3D solver speed improvement as part of the phase 1. This is particularly a code optimization which is by themselves doesn't alter any of the results as such, but user will find a significant improvement in the studies, which includes the core shifts, gas assist or compression molding or injection compression. And I know that many of the users use the fiber fill material, particularly large components, so it could be automobile components or even a white good or appliances components. So you'll be able to see a significant improvement into the solver, and why it's coming forth into the few slides what we made the changes and how hardware architect is also helping us to do improvement. These are some of the benchmarks that our team has done it, particularly related to the AMD Ryzen thread ripple processors, and they could able to see like an 13% faster as compared to the earlier release. This is particularly for the field pack and warp. Same for the core shift analysis. You will see a 17% faster improvement into the speed, and also into the injection compression or the compression molding, where a bit of significant 7% faster improvement would be able to see in with the release of Moldflow, or in the release Moldflow 2025. Now, as I mentioned, that why these changes has been impacting, or probably the improvement what we have seen, that was for the AMD processors, but for the Intel and majority of the users what I interact uses the Intel processors. So Intel introduced the energy efficient E core next to the powerful P core on 12th, 13th and 14th generation laptop. So if you are using any of these generation laptops starting with the 12th generation, 13th generation, 14th generation chipsets, what work is sent to the P or E core is managed by the operating system thread manager, and Moldflow jobs were sent to the less powerful E core, which is more like an energy efficient cores, and this slow downs the solution time. But now this is been resolved into the Moldflow 2025, and I have further more tips to enhance your computation speed. Watch out for my episode. I am going to have an dedicated episode for how to enhance or improve the speeds, particularly if you are using 12th or 13th 14th generations Intel chipsets. And with the 2025 release, we also try to do improvement onto the flow front temperature, that was making it more closer to the dual domain mesh. And you could see the much more detailed information into the validation document. Into the my first episode, I showed you the location for the validation document, so look out for that, and probably you'll be able to see what changes we have done it into the solver to make the results more consistent with the dual domain. Automatic packing. This was introduced with the release of 2021, and it was kept optional, and I have seen that many of the users has put now as a default, though it is not a default. Okay, so if you are using till 2024, automatic packing is not a default. You will still have the legacy of percentage of the pressure versus time. That's what, like 10-80%. But with the 2025 release, since it has been mature, many of the users have been used it, and results finds much better compared to those default. Now has been moved to the automatic. So probably, you know, if you are tired of like changing those settings, and probably with the 2025 release, you have now reason that it's been automatically set to the packing hold control is set to automatic. I know that many of the users, they uses, or probably the upcoming users, they use a Moldflow communicator, or even it could be sharing the data with your vendors, probably with the, you know, your colleagues. They use like a communicator, and often find it difficult when they are doing a comparison across the geo. When when we go into the Europe or North America or other geos, they probably like to use the PSI unit. So probably, and I usually like using MPa. So that's better to have in dual unit. So that's possible with an 2025 communicator. Bug fixes and improvements with Moldflow 2025. We have fix around like 155 existing bugs, 19 support cases were addressed, and 21 general software improvements. This was just a glimpse of the work that our development team has done. Now that's the most important change that we have done with the release, and probably upcoming releases probably will have much other results also gets impacted with this. I will not say impacted, but this is something like, the format that we have changed. The fill time file format has been changed because of the speed solver improvement. And what is impacting now? The fill time results generated with the Moldflow 2025 will not display into the prior version of the Moldflow. I know that many of the companies, organization, they use the current version as well as the legacy version. So probably the results which are run into the current version, particularly the fill time, will not be visible into the synergy of 2024 or 2023 or any of the earlier 2029 even. Okay, and that gets applied to the communicator as well. So if it is better that you use the same version of the communicator for which you have run the analysis, so it will have a better compatibility as well. So this is very important when you are sending the results to the counterpart, different geos. Make sure that they open the results in 2025 if you are run into 25, else the most important result like fill time will not be seen over here. That's pretty much I have it for the third episode. If you have any comments, do let me know, and I would say that I would request that look out for my next episode. Probably I will going to show you some important changes into our configuration file which will help you to enhance the speed of the solver. With that, thank you for your time, and talk to you soon again. Bye.